Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction or read-through for Omniscient Reader or Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, Chapter 302. I am recording this first thing as soon as I woke up on Tuesday, which is, I used to do that all the time. I used to record as soon as I woke up so often when I first started doing YouTube, but it has been forever since I've done that. But I felt like I could do this first thing when I woke up. ORV usually isn't that long, and then I can try to get it posted at lunch. So yeah, either way, let's start reading. I don't think there's too much else to say. The action was really good last time. It's good to have all the characters back, and the ending was really fun. So we're starting off there with Dokja and Hyunsung, and he says, "If you're going to die..." Burkan looks back, "I'm dying with you," and we ended there. Constellation Demonic Judgifiers moved by Lee Hyunsung's camaraderie. Arrogant child. As I said, such a shallow history could never suffice. We have Shurya, who again is going to be probably the toughest challenge to overcome. Really, just such a cool looking design. And then he's using it kind of like a scope to aim the ability, I think. Collapses his hands. We can't move forward. And they're just stuck not even on the ground. Where you stand now is exactly where humans belong. Such foolish beings who never learn from their mistakes. And then Dokja miniaturizes and electrifies. And he launches a long-range attack this time with electrification. Very cool. I mean, it's a wheel. I was gonna say, I don't think this would technically be a mandala, but I think this is just a wheel. Just taking it in. Is this truly all you have? Uses it as a shield. Do you really believe this is enough to see the end of this scenario? I can't believe this is only 30% of his power. Don't you dare look down on him. And we've got Yusung. And the Chimera Dragon fires a blast. But again, it's seemingly going to do nothing. Against Shurya. Alright, then the earth is broken up beneath them by Hyunsung. And he leaps across the bits of debris. Charges up a punch. The 73rd Demon Realm reacts to the will of you and your helpers. A new story about you is being created. A brief opening. A subtle crack created by the human history. Hyunsung, they had looked down, the human history they had looked down on. Hyunsung recoils back, and he throws the primed grenade that is Dokja. It's being thrown in toward the crack in the shield. And he goes flying past Shurya. Oh, they're going straight for Burkan. Smart. And he pierces straight through his torso. Participant Demon King of Salvation has killed participant Duke Burkan. We did it. But then he sees a hand coming in. Man, that's so cool. I love what they did there. You have been killed. Okay, we still have chapter left. We're just getting the title splash now. Dokja Story Part 4. Okay, more darkness. And we start to fade in. We see rows of books. And we fade back out. Fade back to wherever he is now. What happened? Since he was killed as part of the game, though, I don't think it would work like when he's usually killed. Doesn't he just go to wherever they go once they're killed? Is there a spectator mode? At the very last moment, I killed Duke Burkan, but then Shuria's attack killed me almost at the same time. After that, I heard system messages pouring in, but did we win the second round, or did we lose? There's only one thing I know for sure. I died in the game. Ugh, where am I? He looks around. Is this a library? I think this may just be another special Dokja thing. Maybe it's because he's now more aware of himself as a character? Why am I here? Like the one who gazed into the abyss, maybe? He looks through one of the books. After Seohwa died, Jungkook thought about dying himself again and again. With only the traits and skills he had, he could never defeat them. And the end of the scenario was nowhere in sight, and the power of the constellations was absurdly overwhelming. He couldn't avenge Seohwa, nor could he avenge Jihye. In his despair, Jungkook worried. What if I had a support constellation too? This scene isn't in TWSA, and yet I know it. Because it's a scene that played out in my imagination dozens, even hundreds of times. This is very cool. Is this just Dokja's inner self? All the books or all the things he's thought, all the stories he's told? Because, yeah, this is something that it's like, maybe this wasn't included in TWSA, but because Jungkook had a supporting constellation, these are the blanks that Dokja filled in himself. This is how he imagined it went. Constellation, ? Wishes to make you their incarnation. This was the moment Jungkook first obtained his supporting constellation. In the 0th round, he pushed himself to the very limits as an incarnation without a supporting constellation, but in the end he realized he could not overcome the scenario without one. A new attribute, Regressor, has awakened, and this is where he first became the Regressor. Dokja closes the book. Yu Jungkook, Record of the 0th Round, Volume 56. Wait, could it be a library where all the records of TWSA are gathered? It looks like there are way more than 3,149 books, though. And he gets a throbbing pain in his head. What's happening? Just moments ago, this place felt completely unfamiliar, but now it doesn't anymore. Again, I think this is inner Dokja. I have been here before, but when was it? Dokja, and the fourth wall speaks. And we get Cliffhung there. That was a really, really, really good one. Again. That was great. Yeah, that was so good. Like the fight, the competition, all of that's good, and now I'm really, really interested in the library. Like I said, my theory is that this is inner Dokja. This is basically the thoughts and stories that he made up himself. That's what I'm thinking. And also, we don't know if they won or lost the round. I'm thinking they lost. Just because story-wise, now they're all together, but they're at an even bigger disadvantage because the constellations are getting more of their power back. So I do think that just makes the scenario as we have it going on now more exciting. And after their death, because they're not constellations, so who knows what kind of ability they have to continue on in the game, Skybreaking Swordmaster, or Skybreaking Master, and Hayoung might not be able to compete next round. Again, we know that it's determined by like plausibility and stuff for constellations, but since they're not constellations, if they were killed, are they not going to be able to continue? And even Dokja, I guess, would have a bit of a penalty having been killed here, and maybe Jungkook too, but Dokja and Jungkook are just so strong that I assume they'll be fine. But maybe if we need substitutes, they set up that third round Asmodeus would come in, potentially. But again, I could see them not wanting to have to rely on that. So I do think it is interesting if they win and we continue from there, but I think we're going to have them lose just because that raises the stakes even higher, and now they're all together and they're going to have to find a strategy, have to find a way to win at this even greater disadvantage. But, who knows? It seemed like pretty much everybody from pretty much every team was killed at this point. Either way, though, I'm going to end things here. Thank you for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this chapter, my first thoughts and reaction. Subscribe for more Omniscient Reader, much more on the channel. If you want to help support the channel by dropping a super thanks or sharing around, it's really appreciated. If you want to help support the channel by becoming a member or a patron, you get to support the channel, get One Piece Bingo a bit early, and get your name at the end of videos. So just hit join down below to become a member. Go to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron. Thank you so much to people who are already members and patrons, to chosen regulars Evan Holly and Bertie Wooster, Magical Girls The D-Ban and Maru, Cherryton Student David Langstaff, Slayer Candidates SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Elements Pate Ariel and Elsa the Storyteller. Thank you all so much for your support. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you all next time.